Juile Neira. Julie helps veterans. I am a veteran spouse and realtor.
I'm Chase Mason, Lending Path Mortgage. I'm a Marine Corps veteran.
And today we are with Jeremy Webster. He is the owner of Lowcountry House Call Home Inspections. Welcome.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about your business?
I'm a home inspector. I go in when people want to purchase a new home to make sure that it is safe and ready for them to move into, and help them with any questions they might have as to getting that house to its a safe point for them to purchase. I really enjoy working with home buyers because I like being part of their home buying process.
That's great.
We can relate.
Yes.
We do the same thing.
Yeah.
So tell us how you got into it. How did you get into home inspections?
I was an over-the-road truck driver. My brother is a home inspector. When I was going through Arkansas, I stopped to see him, taking a week off vacation, saw him, and he's like, yes, but you got to come along with me on a few inspections. And before I knew it, I was crawling through attics and crawl spaces, getting dirty right alongside of him, and I said, oh my God, I want to do what you did, and went to the school, and 6 months later, here I am.
There you go.
So you enjoyed that.
I loved it.
He got free labor.
He got free labor, and I learned something.
Excellent.
I love that. Okay, so tell us about your business in general. So how long have you been in business? And tell us about Lowcountry House Call.
I started business back in September, mid-September of last year. I started out, of course, to go to the school. Then you have to do, our franchise has to do 50 inspections before they allow you to get a franchise.
Okay.
So I went to New Orleans, did a few there, went to Arkansas and trained with my brother and did 30 with him, and then came to Charleston, got my license in September 16th, and I've been wheels rolling since.
Non-stop.
Non-stop.
Congratulations. And I personally have had you inspect a home for my buyers, actually our buyer.
Our buyer.
And we were very impressed with the process. It was very smooth, and it was a quick turnaround. And so, that is what's needed.
A lot of times when we find out what helped you transition from the military, you might have been out for 20 years before or what have you, but at the same time, what kind of led you to be an entrepreneur, work for yourself from the background of being in the military?
So my military career was 16 years in logistics.
Okay, I did logistics. There you go.
There you go. And in the military, it's very structured and everybody works together. In the civilian world, they kind of go at each other and
A little different.
a little backbiting and
Office politics.
office politics. There you go. And I got to the point where I didn't like playing that game, so I went back to driving truck, and I really did not want to be behind the wheel of a truck. Mm-hmm. And my brother says, well, why don't you work for yourself? And after doing the home inspection thing and showing me, I was like, yeah, this makes sense to me. So everything my brother presented to me, I just fell in love with, and since September, I've been so much stress off me. My home time now, my family life has gotten much better with me doing this, and I'm just loving it.
Happier ever since.
Happy ever since.
And you served 20 years, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So
the hard way.
You are a retired veteran, and you served in the Army?
Army.
Well, of course, thank you for your service. You served with my husband, so I knew you from that. But
Yes.
Thank you for your service,
Thank
and thank you for providing this amazing service to the Lowcountry. So let's talk about your family a little bit. How long have you been married?
It'll be 1 year on April 22nd. Oh, she's going to kill me.
We'll edit that out, don't worry.
We probably won't.
We probably won't.
We met just before my 2015 deployment to Afghanistan.
Wow.
And I needed someone to take care of my home and my pets. And she was looking for a cheaper apartment. I said, why don't you move into my place, pay half the mortgage, and you can live there, and we'll figure something out when I get back. Mm-hmm. we figured it out. We got married.
Congratulations.
So-
I mean,
Got
you're
along
still newlyweds essentially.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
so as far as family life is concerned, children?
I have 3 children from my first marriage. My youngest being 25 and up to 31.
Okay.
I have 8 grandchildren.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said 8?
8.
Keep you on your toes.
I was excited with 1, and you have 8? Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that's awesome. It's the best.
Yes. And then I have 2 stepchildren. My stepdaughter Zoe is currently at Cornell. Her first year at
Wonderful.
Cornell, studying to be an engineer. And my stepson is, he's right now going for his Eagle Scout. And it looks like he's got accepted to the governor's school, which is like 1% of the students in the state are allowed to get into.
Yep. Very good.
What a very impressive background. Absolutely. How amazing. And pets?
I have 2 dogs.
You need the pet
Both-
sitter, you know.
Both adopted from the shelter.
Love it.
Yeah, and we're about to pick up another one here in a couple weeks.
And the wife knows about this.
Yes.
Okay. So who's the animal
show
lover? Is it everybody?
Loaded question.
Hey.
I love my animals.
Oh, so it's
Everybody
the
has their own
wife.
preference.
Yes.
And Christy is
Christy's the
your wife.
animal lover. I had a cat that it needed a home because it was an abused animal, and they rescued it, and I took it in as to foster it, and it lived with me for 9 years. And when he passed, I had a whole bunch of food left over. I took it down to the shelter to turn that in, and I came home with a dog. And then a couple months later, we came home with another dog, and now we're about to adopt the 3rd one.
That's good.
Your heartstrings are pulled.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
You can't help that.
Yeah.
That's like something inside of you that you can't stop. So it is what it is. But congratulations on your upcoming new
Puppy.
puppy. Oh, puppy.
Puppy.
Oh my gosh.
Fun times.
A friend of ours had a litter of Cocker Spaniels, and we are getting one of them.
Okay.
Oh, they're so sweet.
Yes.
Oh, well, maybe you'll be able to share a picture. You said a couple weeks?
Couple weeks.
Maybe not. Well, we'll see.
Follow
Either
up.
way, we can
Follow
always follow up on our page, Veteran Businesses of the Lowcountry on Facebook. So we can always follow up with anything that you send us. We'd love to keep in contact. You're going to be a part of our Veteran Businesses of the Lowcountry family.
I did have one question, just to, real quick, like bird's eye view. Home inspection, some of the things people might, I get my home inspected, but what does that all kind of include? What's the major things you look for? What's the things people should be on the lookout for?
Good question.
Not so much maybe the cosmetics, but the real fundamentals.
Right.
Well, the big things that get homes are always the roof. People don't think about the roof until it starts leaking.
Right,
Nobody
right.
thinks about their AC until it breaks down on a 110
These are
degree day.
thousands of dollars sometimes.
These are thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
If you get your AC serviced regularly and you change your filter every 30 to 90 days, depending on whether you have pets or not.
Yeah.
30 days if you have pets, 90 days if you don't. Get your your water heater flushed every year.
Okay.
Those things will last you a long time, and when it comes time for an inspection, if they've been serviced and kept up, they're going to go flying through an inspection. Roof, keep an eye on it. About every 3 years, get a roof inspection. It'll
good.
save you thousands.
Just the maintaining of it.
Just the maintaining of it,
Maintaining of it,
because
yeah.
there's little things on the roof. There's a caulking that goes over the nails. That runs out about 7 years. If you get that treated, those won't rust. The roof won't leak. So
Okay.
it's just little
Add
things like
another
that.
7 years to the
And
life.
clean your gutters. That'll save your roof thousands every year.
Okay, so there's another question for us. So these are important. So number one, do you do roof inspections?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good to know. And then the other one is, how much do you recommend homeowners get gutters?
That depends on the house.
And
a
where
lot
it's
of time.
located, right?
Where
And
it's
at
located.
trees and
Yeah, if you have a lot of trees, if you do want gutters, make sure you get gutter guards. And if you have trees, even with gutter guards, get up there and clean them constantly, because they will back up water it'll go up underneath your shingles and ruin your plywood under your roof.
Okay.
Boom. So tell me about what you feel about, one of the biggest things for like landscaping is people like to plant, you know where I'm going.
Yep. Bushes and things around your house, trim them back from the siding.
Yep.
All it is a quick entry for insects, termites, things you don't want underneath your siding and getting into your wood.
Yeah.
So keep them trimmed back at least 2 inches from your house.
Absolutely. And then the other thing is, like, if you're going to go and get all this landscaping done, we know how costly that is. And for people to do it and not even realizing that they could possibly be damaging
Hurting
Right.
themselves, yeah.
and then have to pull it out, thank you for that information for our viewers.
Yep.
Our big thing is we want to just impact the entire Charleston community. So you have a business that
Yeah.
you want to share as a civilian business shout out.
J&L Embroidery out of Somerville. It's on, one of the owners, Joe Waring, a good friend of mine. He does embroidery,
Okay.
does great
Awesome.
work. So yeah,
Perfect.
Looks great.
Yeah.
So is that your
that's our business one for the corporate office.
for the corporate office? I like
Yes.
it. Okay, so they do embroideries and you said
Who-
J&L.
Yeah.
Okay.
And koozies, embroidery, T-shirts, screen printing. They do everything.
Oh, so all advertising, marketing, kind of
Yes.
promotional.
Yes.
Very cool. All right, and we will provide that information.
Perfect.
Is there anything else you'd like to share with us? I feel like we kind of covered all the bases, but anything else you'd like to share about yourself?
Well, one important thing I would love to share is you can go into a home and it'll be the most beautiful home you've ever seen, but you never know what's going on underneath
Yeah.
or above. So always get a home inspection, whether it's me or anybody. Protect your investment because homes are going for $400,000, $500,000 right now.
Average.
You do not want to put $500,000 down in a house
Find problems later.
and find problems later.
Yeah.
And that's one of the biggest investments 90% of people ever make is their home.
Oh, yeah.
So get it protected. Make sure it's safe before you move in. Case in point, I inspected a home that was $1.6 million and the foundation was bad shape.
Yep.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you never know. It cost them almost $700,000 to fix the foundation.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you
Yes.
for sharing that. That will
Yeah.
definitely come in helpful and handy for anyone coming. I
Yep.
mean, and like you said, it's anytime. You can have a home inspection anytime, right?
Anytime. You
Not
don't
even
have to
just
be buying
before-
or selling.
Yep. Just
There you go.
Get some
All
good
right.
updates on your own house.
Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
sharing about yourself, and thank you for being a part of our Veteran Businesses of the Lowcountry family.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.